Welcome in, everybody. I'm Devin O'Day, and we are here for our fall membership drive. We want to make our numbers nice and strong going into the new year. And we have membership at MustangHeritageFoundation.org. That's the email to get in touch with us. We've got a lot of new members. We have a brand new member from last night. Carolyn Durant joined us last night, and thank you so much, Carolyn. Got a bunch more new members. We have a couple of new monthly donors. That's when you go on and you can donate instead of donating the one big chunk. Sometimes it's easier for some of us to say, okay, I'm going to donate the price of a cup of coffee once a month. Maybe I can give a little more, or maybe I can give a little less. It doesn't matter. But that monthly commitment says you believe in what we're doing. And what we're doing is changing and it's expanding. And we're going to be talking in this show about some of the things that we're looking to expand to in the future, and ways that we're going to be helping organizations and growing with some organizations alongside. And we've got so many incredible trainers, and hopefully we'll get to hear from some of them as well. Moonstar Center joined us as a monthly donor, so thank you so much. And Jan Hudson joined us as a monthly donor. If you guys are joining us right now, wherever you're watching us, whether it's on the Mustang Heritage page, the Extreme Mustang Makeover page, my page on YouTube or on LinkedIn, wherever you are, we'd love to hear from you and check in. Maybe you have horses. Maybe you have a Mustang. Maybe you will never own a horse, but you can still save one. You can work with us here at Mustang Heritage. You know, we have a really amazing gift in one of our judges who was with us at the Mustang Heritage Spectacular the year before at the Extreme Mustang Makeover. He's just incredible. For 2 years in a row, he won Road to the Horse, which is the Grand Prix, as it were, of colt starting. And these are untouched horses that come in and they get started. And Mike Major is just incredible. And I really loved hearing his philosophy of horses. And I thought we'd kick off our show with that. If you want to give while we're on the show tonight, it's really easy. You can text 4 Mustangs at 44321. Just, it said in the little 2-line too, 44321, and then 4 Mustangs. And then that will take you right to the give page. And we appreciate that. If you want to become a member, right below, MustangHeritageFoundation.org, become a member. We would love to have you. For $35 a year, you can be a member at the beginner level, but you get all the discounts. And we've got discounts this year so far from Troxel Helmets, from Espana Silk, from Western Horseman, from Equine 100X. It's an amazing product that I use with my aging horses to keep them if they have ulcers and things like that. Lots and lots of discounts, and we want to share those with you. But and also to compete with us, you have to be a member in good standing. If you want to be part of the Mustang Heritage Spectacular in Lexington in June, we want to have you as a competitor. If you want to pick up a Mustang in December, we want to have you, but you have to be a member in good standing. But before we get into all that, let's take a look at one of our judges, Mike Major, who's an amazing horseman, and just pay attention to what he says about the psyche and the philosophy of the horse.
Being a cowboy is like loving the countryside, you know, loving horses, cattle, working all day, hot, cold, just getting the job done when you got to get it done. The horse is just such a unique animal, and they're so compliant. I mean, how many animals can you go ride and they're just trying to please you all the time? You know, even the bad ones are still trying to please you and get through the day. I mean, the horse teaches you so much patience and trying to be just a better person.
Maker's Mark Secretariat Center, and now we have just did a beautiful job cleansing the saddle. We have hydrated the saddle with our regular premium quality conditioner, softening. Now we are going to move on to some pads, and that's a really, really, really critical, important aspect for the horse and for us and for the material that you're using on the horse. We have a wonderful antiseptic topical spray. Often people refer to it as the miracle spray. And there's so many uses for this. We're going to be addressing it with the pads right now, but I do want you to know this is one that you will love if you have scratches, rain rot, girth itch, sweet itch, any sensitive skin. This is amazing. But we're going to, in particular for right now, share with you that the back side of the pads, especially when you've got a thicker pad that you're not probably going to do a lot of laundering or washing it, it makes it more difficult to keep this fungus that does get built up on the back of the pad when those horses are out there working their heart out for you, sweating. It's just hot. It needs to be given a good dosing of our topical spray so that that fungus can be eliminated. It can be removed, and when you use this pad again, you will have a happier horse, a much better pad to continue to work with. And this is really good if you do want to clean some of it. As you can see, some of it getting a little bit overused in that. You again would reach for the our waterless shampoo, spritz it on, work it in, and clean some of this off so you've got a good clean, not just on your saddle, but also on your pad. But you always want to have the antiseptic topical spray to remove and eliminate that fungus that's on the back side of any type of pad or girth, whether it's a thin pad, you've got thicker pads that you aren't probably going to have the convenience of washing, and your girth. I mean, all of these need to be addressed so that the horses are going to have more protection, they're going to be more comforted, and you're going to be happier having a happier horse.
We've got so many people watching. I want to get to some of these questions now, some of our comments. Got some folks joining us on YouTube. James Napier, hi. Love you from South Georgia, and our prayers are with you as the storm is coming in. Florida, we are praying for you. Got lots of trainers and barns down there, so we pray for all the folks that are down there. God, just protect us all from these storms. Hello, Elizabeth. EB is with us. Annie is with us. Angie asked, Devin, is it better for someone like me that lives in North Carolina to be a member or a donation? I want to do whatever will help the best way. Well, you know what? Either one helps. Either one helps. You can be a member and one time for the year, or you can do a monthly donation. It all goes to the same place. But if you're a member, you get all the good discounts for all those products. You just heard from my friend Trudy Midas, who will be going into the Mustang Heritage Hall of Fame. Trudy is always there. She sponsors so many of our young folks. I know that Garrett, if you're watching tonight, Garrett is one of her babies, and she takes care of him and his wonderful equestrian team. She sponsors Dan James and Bobby Kerr and everything, and provides them with this product. And I got to talk with her, and she said, now she had a really bad horse accident. She does a lot of horse rescue, and she had a bad horse accident and broke her back. And Trudy was never supposed to walk again. They said there's very little chance of you walking again. It crushed her spine in this accident. And she says, with God, with faith, with keeping working, she is walking, and she is still out there, and she's going to shows, and she's driving that big old trailer, and she is bringing products. And she says when she was healing, she couldn't ride, but she could work with the horses. And she noticed that so many, especially the Mustangs, that would have reactions to the products that were in the shampoos and things. And she went to a chemist that was a friend of hers and developed Hispania Silk products. They're good for us. They're good for our horses and our dogs. Amazing products, and they're all natural. And she noticed that they didn't have the skin irritations. They didn't have the problems. And I love that they have the antiseptic sprays that are so good. And that's why I wanted to share that. Trudy, who helps so many people, will be honored at the Mustang Heritage Hall of Fame Gala November 9th. And that is going to be taking place at the Vanderbilt Plaza, the Lowe's Vanderbilt, November 9th. And if you would like to get tickets, you can go to MustangHeritageFoundation.org on the events page, and there it is, the Mustang Heritage Foundation Gala. There are very few seats, so if you would like to go and support Trudy, if she's part of your group, we would love, love, love to have you. And it's really good. You guys are checking in wherever you are in the country. I'm so glad that you're here. We're going to be learning a little bit about helmets. Now, Troxel has joined us. Now, as you know, Troxel is the Cadillac of helmets, whether you ride bikes or whether you ride horses, they've got a helmet. Troxel helmets are amazing. But if you have one, having one that fits properly, I thought is really important. So we're going to, before we go to talk a little bit about our veterans, I want you to understand a little bit about the Troxel helmets and how to get a good fit on a Troxel helmet. And if you become a member, you will get a discount for the rest of the year on Troxel helmets. And that discount is pretty sizable. So just letting you know how to get a good fit on your helmet.
It's important that your riding helmet is correctly fitted to have the maximum protection in the event of a fall. Make sure it sits level on the head, just above the eyebrows, with the brim parallel to the ground. The retention strap should be tight, and the strap should form a V at the base of the ear. A helmet is incorrectly fitted when it's tilted back on the head with the forehead showing or the visor pointing up, or when the retention strap is hanging loose or the slide glides are too low and near the lower jawbone.
And when I got out of the hospital, the mental hospital, and through the medevac and all that process, when I first remembered or first came to, it was like, man, what do I do now?
I have been diagnosed with PTSD, combat related. I have skin breakouts of eczema on my body, tetanitis. I have hearing loss in my left ear, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue.
That I do have anger issues and issues with controlling my patience.
I've been diagnosed with PTSD and depression, chronic depression. Some other things, but I think those are the two that are the biggest daily struggle. You know, I've compared it to alcoholism or something like that, where every morning when you wake up, it's a choice that you have to make to deal with it.
I suffer from PTSD, I suffer from depression, anxiety. I'm very vulnerable, just like the Mustang.
Sometimes I have a hard time remembering things specifically. And then I kind of have I wouldn't say a short temper, but it can pop and just turn on instantly.
It's really hard to be told that you can't work anymore. That, you know, hey, sit at home, be quiet, come to the VA for your appointment, we'll give you a bunch of meds, and we'll pay you.
So they became very cohesive bunch. But in doing that, they became a bubble that they didn't let anybody else in. So when I would be in class with them, I oftentimes felt like I was speaking to 6 walls. I was shut off.
They get frustrated fast and easily, and Mustangs will really teach you how to control that for sure.
You know, the day that we look forward to the most, when you find out you're accepted in this program, it's the day you pick up your Mustang. But for me, as I was standing there and I was watching them run into the corrals, it was such a powerful moment. Seeing these horses in person, how majestic they are, was really more than I could handle.
They're wild, untamed, and it kind of reminded me of when I went into the Army. I was kind of wild, I was kind of untamed, I wanted to be me.
They're a free soul, and until we put them in like a pen or something, then they're out of their element, kind of like we're out of our element when we're thrown in a place that we don't know where we're at or where we want to be. In my belief, they're a representation of your soul.
They seem more eager to learn, more passionate. Seems like once you actually make the connection, that they're more of want to be in your back pocket and look for you for guidance.
Thank you, Mustang Heritage. Thank you especially, Gail, for showing us all the things you have. Katie, for just your willingness to train us and help us hopefully one day to be as good as you.
The relationship has healed so many of them. And they get back out into society and they become gainfully employed, many of them, and they become better husbands, better fathers, better sons and daughters, better friends. This program changes their life.
If you have problems and you don't think that anybody cares, or nobody's actually found a way to help you with any of your problems, you can almost fix them and find them, find out how to fix it, or it'll fix itself automatically just being here in the group and working with the horses.
I'd really like to give back at some point to Mustang Heritage Foundation. I don't think they truly realize what this has done for me, and the doors of opportunity that have now been opened that I'm just more recently starting to see the possibilities. So I'll definitely be moving forward with Mustangs.
Yes, we're equal.
It's time to ride for the brand. The entire month of October, it's trail riding season across America, and we want to invite you to have a trail ride wherever you are in the country. Have a few friends over, maybe your family. You ride, and then a suggested donation when your friends get together. Text RIDE24 to 44321 and make a simple donation to Mustang Heritage Foundation. Now, we suggest $25, but you can give more, you can give less. It's not about how much you give, it's that you participate by riding in the beautiful fall surroundings. Now, if you're in Middle Tennessee, Ride 24 is going to be your code word to go to the Carr Ranch for the Randall Carr Memorial Trail Ride, October 19th. That's October 19th. That's a Saturday. 8 a.m. is when it starts. That includes your food, it includes your snacks, it includes your water, it includes 8 miles of trails and 3 historic caves, including the Jesse James Cave. It's all so fun, and it's all about doing what we love to do anyway. Fall in Tennessee, October, the month of trail rides, 44321. Just text that and text to give. It's so easy to ride for the brand the whole month of October. Hope we'll get to see your picture soon on socials. Sue Ann Wells is amazing, and she is just incredible. Just incredible. And I hope that I didn't have my microphone off on that last little segment. Anyway, October 15th for the interest forms to do a pick, to go to the pickup to be part of the June 12th through 14th Mustang Heritage Spectacular in Lexington. October 19th is for the Carr Ride, the Memorial Randall Carr Ride in Cross Plains, Tennessee, if you want to be a part of that. But anywhere you are having a trail ride, we want to see your pictures and we want to share them on our socials. Miss Hannah's taking care of our socials and she's doing amazing. You know who else is doing amazing? Sue Ann Wells in Chattanooga, Tennessee, who has a school for girls where she uses Mustangs. And I love this little interview. And she talks about it's the only program of its kind in the state of Tennessee.
I say a little bit about the beginnings of Mustang Leadership Partners. We opened this school as a single gender STEM school, the first in the state, and for orientation, I brought the 75 girls at that point in time to the farm and introduced them to wild horses. And what I noticed was that there was an immediate bond between the girl and the wild horse. Never had seen that with the equine experts. But when these girls came to the farm, there was just instant friendship.
Wow.
So I knew then, and this was in 2009, I said, I have got to document this. This is incredible. Years later, in 2015, we started thinking about putting together the film Women Does See. So that is a little bit of history.
And that film then is basically about the history of this school and everything that you do with horses and the girls and everything else, right?
Well, its focus is showing how the wild horse, the struggles of the wild horse reflect, mirror, parallel the struggles of the disadvantaged girl.
You know, with that comment, I'd actually like to have the other 3 girls talk a little bit about how the horses and the schooling that you've done with these horses compared to your lives have helped each of you. So why don't we start on the left here, give your name, and talk a little bit about what you really learned and developed from being at the school.
Hi, my name is Maya Humphrey. This will be my 5th year in NLP. I think one very important skill that I've learned is empathy. The understanding of others' emotions. When you're around the horses, when you've been through the struggle like them, you understand where they're coming from, and that's why I guess we have a stronger bond.
We're going to hear more from Mustang Pride before we get out of the week. We're going to play that another night when we have a little bit more time. I want to say do some shout outs now because we've got a lot of folks who've joined us. Kathy Nahoda, Mitchell Baker, Kelsey Bourne, Angela Ruff, and Antoinette Danucci are brand new members. And I'm excited to have you guys as new members. Also watching on the Mustang Heritage page right now, Stacy Kraft and Michelle Henry are watching, along with Jill Ann, Susan Hines. Hello, Debbie Spong, and Manu Kruip is watching, and we are so grateful that you are here. We want to make sure that you are part of what we do. If you want to be part of the trail ride, Ride 24 is the text to give number. Leslie, are you having a little trouble with lives lately? Well, just tuning in, there's a lot of weather issues that have happened. And so our prayers with everybody. Some of the live issues, we'll get them all worked out. We've got a lot of things, but Elizabeth says the quiet power of horses is amazing. Well, they are. Well, you guys are wonderful. That's our show for tonight. We're going to be back tomorrow night. Hopefully we will get to really delve into a wonderful place that I found not too long ago. Devin, who is our marketing director. I know we've got two Devins. It's not confusing to us in our brother Daryl. Devin, and Daryl. No, I'm just kidding. But Devin and I drove up to Mustang in Ohio. It's right outside Cincinnati. And it is just the most amazing place. And it's for veterans. And what they do is just wonderful. And we'll be talking about them tomorrow night and hopefully have that wonderful video from the girls from the school with Sue Ann Wells. Sue Ann is going into our Hall of Fame, and what she has done with all of these girls, and they're singers, they're performers. They have a whole riding team that's all on Mustangs. So, I mean, it's just incredible. If you are an organization, whether it's with kids, whether it's women, whether it's a church group, if you have an organization, please let me know. You can drop me a line, Devon, DEVON, at MustangHeritageFoundation.org. Just drop me a note because I'd love to have you on the show telling us about your program and what you do. And we want to be able to filter people in. If you are a Mustang trainer, I want to know more about you. We have an amazing trainers council, and you're going to be meeting some of them on the future shows as well. So this is just this week, and we want you to be a part of what we do. God bless you, and we hope that you have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you for being here. Follow, subscribe, share, and be a member, because that's how we get things done. It's a brand new Mustang Heritage Foundation, and we want you to be a part of it. We want to know what you like. We want to know what you don't like. We want to make things better for you and for the Mustangs. Good night.
The spirit is never broken. The spirit is never